Hello everyone, this is Professor Hill. This is a short video for our class, Introduction to Philosophy 1301 at St. Philip's College. This is the Summer 1 online version of the course, and it turns out that this is week 4 of our 5-week course. Today is Wednesday, July the 3rd, 2019, and it turns out that we have an assignment due tonight, so midnight tonight, July the 3rd, and then that way you can enjoy your holiday, the 4th, starting tomorrow. But Sunday night is going to be our last assignment in terms of the discussions and the essays we've been writing for that. So this week, week 4, tonight, Sunday night, we'll be done with the discussions. The last thing we'll have is the final, which is due 1 week from today, Wednesday, July the 10th. So it turns out this whole class is going to be over in 1 week. So we're right down to the end of it now. And it turns out, like I said, for our assignment that's due tonight, I just want to make a couple of quick comments because we're talking about this balance in chapter 7 of our textbook, Philosophy of Art. We're looking at this balance between what do you do with something that has really high kind of artistic value, but gets wrapped up in some kind of ethical controversy, or there's some ethical aspect to either the art or its production that somehow complicates this, and how do we find a balance there? Or is it that the moral ends up kind of comes in and trumps the value of the artistic side of things? That's our question for tonight. And yesterday I mentioned the story about the artist who was making statues of the young girls at play. It turns out later, after they've been displayed and everybody says, oh my God, these are beautiful, they're great works of art, it comes out that the children that are portrayed are his own children who he's been abusing even during the production of the art. And so then there's this question of, does that somehow now that we have this new knowledge about this artwork, because again, the art hasn't changed, the statues are the same, but the meaning is shifted now. And so does that mean that the ethical can kind of come in now and not only just change the meaning, but somehow distort it to such a way that it loses artistic value? This is the thing we've got to unpack. And so the story for today that I wanted to mention was about a photographer who is a great photographer, and he does everything very legally. He takes pictures of models, and again, over 18, everybody's an adult, but they're nude pictures, and he sells them. He gets the rights from the models. They sell the rights. So everything's above board, legal, ethical, good businessman. But he gets approached by somebody about doing something illegal, which is to do child pornography. And the guy says to him, look, this is because it's illegal, because it's so dangerous to even possess it that it's worth a lot of money. And the guy says, no, I'd never do that. I would never do that. But then he starts to think about it. Sounds like maybe there is a lot of money to be made, but he doesn't want to have the children involved. So what he thinks to himself is, well, hold on a minute. What if I take a model, and he does this. He shoots a model, 18, signs over all the legal paperwork, and she's just a very young looking 18. And then he takes those pictures and he puts them on the computer, and with Photoshop and other specialized software, he makes her look a lot younger. And so suddenly now he's producing what looks like child pornography, but again, this is an important factor. No children were involved. Well, then he finally distorts the images enough to where he takes them to the guy and says, look, is this the kind of thing you were looking for? And the guy says, yes. And he says, this is great. He says, man, I didn't think you were going to do it. He says, well, let me be honest with you. These are actually adult models. There are no children involved. And the guy says, yeah, got you. Okay, but I'll pay you top dollar for this. So I guess my question now is, because this guy ultimately gets arrested, both of them do, and they both get charged with possession of child pornography. And in fact, the one guy, the photographer, is charged with the production and sale of child pornography. And my question is, if there were no children involved, is that child pornography? What do you think about that? Put that in the back of your head as you write your answer for tonight. Think about that distinction. Is that morally, ethically impinged and twisted or not? Thought of the day. Take care. Bye-bye.